what types of effects does it have on the body?
Well, remember, what's the science behind acid? Acid burns.
Hmm.
Anything that's acidic will burn. And it burns so hot that in terms of your lymphatic system, all your cells become melted into one. Because remember, just like you have to go to the bathroom, your cells have to go to the bathroom also. All right, so my government name is Gajua Siafu, and I own a business along with my partner Kim called Healing Nature. It's a medicinal herb shop, alkaline herb shop that we use to heal people with plant medicine. In fact, my partner right now, she's in Costa Rica getting some herbs for the shop.
Nice. And how did you get into that business?
Well, a lot of people don't realize this. I've been involved with healing herbs, medicinal herbs, for the last 35 years.
Really?
A long time. So when I'm on stage, when I used to be on stage at the training camp showcase, partying, having a good time, all that music industry shit, I was involved with medicinal herbs, even back then.
Now, pardon my ignorance, but when I think of medicinal herbs, I only think of weed, right? So break it down to me, the wide span of products that are used.
Yeah. So, okay. I mean, most people think of weed because they think of medicinal marijuana,
Right.
which is really controlled and grown in laboratories governed by the government. So I'm quite sure that there's a lot of elements in there, a lot of different chemicals in there aside from the natural herb. We don't deal with that at all. We deal with healing herbs that heal various parts of the body. Burdock root, yellow dock, sarsaparilla for your blood and your liver, kidney function. We deal with gordo for your respiratory system. We deal with elderberry for your immune system, sea moss, natural sea moss from Peru. We deal with herbs that assist in your neurological system or your nervous system, herbs that relax you, calm you, give you energy, things of that nature. So these herbs you use as teas in order to get the plant medicine from them. We don't smoke the herbs here because anytime you ignite anything and you inhale it into your body, it changes the chemistry of that substance.
Got
So
you.
these are used as teas, once again.
Okay.
Hold on,
So
I got a customer right now. Hold on. Hello, welcome to
no
Healing
problem.
Nature. Hey, good. Yes, I'm doing an interview, but if you have any questions, just ask me and we'll just bring you into the conversation. 2 shirts? What size? Hold on one second.
Take your time, bro.
Say hello. You're on live.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Tell them what your name is.
Good.
My name?
Yeah.
My name is Deborah.
Hey, Deborah, I am Tommy. We have a podcast that's called Motivation and Confidence, where we give daily tips to help people do their best. So I wanted to reach out to my good brother to get some information.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
I think he's great. He has lots of information.
Good.
Yes, you do. You know
I
you
do.
do.
What size? Hold on, Tom. What
Yep.
size?
Take your time.
Let me see what the extra large is.
Hold on 1 second.
She's about maybe a 16.
Here's a large. Hold on, let me get you.
You know, extreme.
Extra large is here.
Can I just look at it?
Yeah, absolutely. What other side? We also have these shirts. This shirt is probably 25 years old. Turn it around so they can see. This is the Amazing Life shirt.
Okay.
So this is the only clothing that I carry in the shop because it's mine. And it says, I live an amazing life and I love it. And
Yeah, I love it.
I created that about 25 years ago or so. All right, what
And
other
I'm
side?
used to wearing it now, but I can't find my white one.
Okay.
So I'd like to have another white one.
What
And I think-
size?
I think it was a small or medium.
Small. Okay, I got a small here.
Can I just take a look at that?
Take a look at that. And I also have, I think, Tommy, just give me 1 second.
Yep. Take your time.
Hopefully I got a medium here.
Okay, the medium.
Medium. Let's see what we got. Medium.
If you don't, I'll take the
Medium,
what's it?
right here.
Mhm, great.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
And
Yep.
the medium and no, that's 25.
Yep.
I
Yellow is my favorite color, actually, especially in the summertime. Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay, I know I have a weight. Yeah, let me have the.
Let me see if
and
I have a
I
medium.
hate putting it like because I
Don't
can't
put it
find
back. Get them.
My husband wouldn't let me wear it first. I wore it one day and I loved it.
Get them. Get all three of them. I don't even think I have. Listen, large. I don't think I even have a medium. Nope, I don't even have a
No?
medium. Nope. I have a large.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have.
Well, you know what? I'm here. If you want to come back, you know. Yeah, Tommy. So yeah, we can continue.
No, no problem.
Okay, cool.
What I would like to know before we get, I really only have 3 questions for you, right? And I think
Sure.
it's going to be beneficial to the audience. So first thing is, what's your story? How did you wound up at the place that you are right now, right? You know, in brief, because I know you can get real deep with it, right? But
Yeah.
you spoke briefly about the showcase, you know, you're
Right.
talking about your business. But
All
one of
right.
the things that attracted me most to you is that you're very authentic, which is very rare, you know,
Oh, thank you,
in a
brother.
world where everybody is living a facade and tries to live through the highlights. I
Amen.
love that video when you put out when you was in the snow.
Oh yeah.
You were like in shorts. You were like in shorts and a tank top. Did you even
Right.
have
No
shoes
shirt.
on?
No
No
shirt.
shirt.
No shoes. Nothing. Right.
Right. Right.
No, I was just walking in the snow, a snowstorm. Yeah. And you know what? I did that video just to demonstrate inner strength and to overcome adversity. I think that's the video you're talking about, right?
Yes.
And immersing yourself in situations that are really uncomfortable, because through that uncomfortability comes success and growth.
Right.
So I keep myself under those conditions. In fact, I was just telling my daughter not too long ago, I told her, you know, she's under a lot of pressure as a young person, 27-year-old. And I told her, pressure is not necessarily a bad thing.
Right.
I said, because pressure busts pipes, sure. But pressure, we all know that pressure also creates diamonds. So hold on
Yes.
one second. So we're just
No
going to do
problem.
50 even. I'm not going to, oh, okay. I'm not going to charge you.
I don't have cash.
Hold on one second.
No,
So,
take your time.
so, you know, and that's a perfect segue to my story, which I've never really shared with anybody. I come from a very traumatic background, very, very traumatic. And, you know, through all the pain and all the ups and hold on, I just got to set this up. Through all the pain and all the adversity and all the trauma, I didn't say drama, I said trauma. The one thing that's constant, that was constant in my life is I have to win. I have to win. I have to win this thing called life. So as a little baby, probably 6, 7 years old, I can remember just having to win. You know what I mean? And I've been driven by that, you know, and I won't get deep into the trauma, but it's, you know, Sister Soldier said it the best in her book, Coldest Winter Ever, that she wrote back in the 80s or 90s. Every Black face has a story. Some
Right.
of them are gruesome than others. That's a quote from her book.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, that's how I was able to win under those circumstances. And every day is still, it doesn't get any easier. Every day I have to stay focused to doing my best and being at my best. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's not like you win or you think you win and then that's it. You go back to, no, it's a constant refining process. It's a constant thing in life where you got to constantly do better.
Right.
Be creative. I was also telling my daughter today, like my whole life is about creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about my situation is I have to be creative in order for me to be in the space that I'm in terms of
Right.
business and my personal life. Okay, hold on. I didn't charge you any tax, so we're just going to do 50 even.
Okay.
Yep. You got 2 shirts. Would you like a bag?
I'll take it.
Okay, there you go. How about a receipt? All right, well, listen, thank you so very much for your continued
Not a
support.
problem. I will, I will be back again. And it's very nice meeting you.
Thank you so much. Likewise.
What is your site?
It's called tomdanger.com. 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 All the podcasts
Okay.
is there. All right.
Okay, I will look that up. Thank you.
Thank you so
And
much.
she will
Nice meeting
definitely
you.
look that shit up. She don't fuck around. If she says she's gonna look it up, she's gonna look that shit up. All right.
Have a nice day.
You too, and thanks again for your support. You got it. Yeah, hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No
But she's
problem.
a great customer, man. You know what I'm saying? We love her over here.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, so that's my story again. It comes from a dark place, a very dark place, but I've managed to light a torch and just see by that torch.
Right. But where did you get the mindset from of knowing that your words have power and that you speak things into existence?
That comes from one place. I remember, quick story. I remember when I was so young and it's funny that I even remember this, but I remember my mother, rest her soul. My mother was a warrior, by the way. My mother was no joke. She was no fucking joke. She'd look at you and you start crying. But one day, my mother, she said to me, straight talk, she said, "You're motherfucking funny. You are motherfucking funny." I'm a little kid. I'm probably 7, 8 years old. She said to me, "You are motherfucking funny." She said, "In order for you to be this funny, you have to be extremely intelligent." And I never forgot that. Because I would have the family cracking up and strangers cracking up, but it'd be really some intelligent shit that I really should know. And I'd just piece things together.
Right.
And from there, that gave me confidence to believe in myself. But honestly, because of so much trauma and stress that I had undergone, in school, I wasn't really a good student. I mean, I was a bum ass kid, you know what I'm saying? Just from the streets, come to school dirty. So, people would pick on me because my family was very, very poor. And I really didn't want to learn because it was so uncomfortable just to be in a class. So what I would do is I would go home. This is crazy. I'm even telling you guys this. And I would imitate what I would see on the commercials and on the TV shows to try to talk big words, to be intelligent, to sound intelligent. I would imitate, commercials and shit TV shows.
Right.
And then what I would do is behind the scenes, I would go and look up the words that I was using, that they were using, that I started to use. And then slowly I started to incorporate those words into regular dialogue with regular people in my life. And I did that. And then I said, wow, I did that for a few years. And then I realized that communication is very important. And when you can communicate across all levels and with all peoples, you gain access to certain worlds. And I said, I want those accesses. I want to be able to speak a religious code. I want to be able to speak a business code. Of course, as I started getting older, I want to be able to speak a corporate code. I want to be able to speak the language that most people understand so I can gain access to those worlds. I wasn't good at school. I don't read a lot of books. Never. You know what I'm saying? But I pick things up very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a strong command of the English language only because, and I really don't know really how it's come because I don't, again, school was not, I used to go to school, junior high and high school to rob people. That's it. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think one thing that's constant is that I continue to learn and observe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I've been exposed to a lot of powerful, powerful brothers and sisters at my choice coming up. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. So I noticed recently, well, you're in Vegas when you stopped by Floyd's gym?
No, I was in Tampa.
Okay.
I was in Tampa. I was in Vegas with Snoop. I thought, did I put that video up? I didn't even put that video up. But yeah. Yeah, I was in Tampa. Florida.
Got you. And you know him from past relationships, or
It's weird because, again, people fuck with me because they feel like they know my energy, because
right.
my energy's been around. And I say that only because I remember the first time I met 50. I was at his crib. There was a big party. There must have been thousands of people there, big celebrities, everybody. And this is when he was in Connecticut. And 50 came through the house. He had again, there was thousands of people in attendance, mass celebrities. He had 200 people following him. And he came down the stairs and he came around. And I just happened to be there because a friend asked me to come through. And 50 came downstairs and came right to me.
Wow.
He came right to me and dapped me up. What up? You feel me? And of course, I'm nobody's fan. I understand how life works. I dap you up. We in the streets. We recognize what it is. And we became friends from there. Same thing with Snoop. I met Snoop. I was sitting in a van. Snoop had at least 500 people following him. Groupies, business people, everybody running behind Snoop. He was crossing the street and I was sitting off in the van, kind of back. He looked at, as he was coming through, he saw me through the front mirror, through the windshield, and he came back and he put his head in the car, dapped me up. Yo, what up, man? What's your name? And we became friends from there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And, I have situations like that with everybody. You know what I mean?
So when did you really get introduced to, medicinal plants?
Okay, so even back then, see, my teacher, the Honorable Dr. Sabi, he's my teacher. You know what I mean? Him and his wife, Maya, his first wife. You know what I mean? I followed them and their teachings way back in the days, probably back in the 80s, late 80s. You feel me? So there, at one point, Dr. Sabi, the Honorable Dr. Sabi lived in Brooklyn with Maya. So in that part of Brooklyn, everybody knew that his products were here. You know what I mean? So I began using those products way back then. And I just never stopped learning his methodology and how he did things. You know what I mean? Down to just using alkaline herbs and the importance of alkaline herbs versus an acidic herb, which a lot of people don't even really know exists.
Can you break down the difference between the two, please?
Sure. An alkaline herb is an herb that hasn't been tampered with by man, meaning that the molecular structure in the plant hasn't been disturbed at all. It's complete. It's electrical. The body's electrical. So it only makes sense that you're going to take in things that are electrical to look for health and growth. An acidic herb is an herb where, again, the molecular structure has been tampered with, by scientists, by man. And once you start tampering with the molecular structure of things, when you go to put it back together, it doesn't go back together. It loses its chemical affinity. So you need, in those cases, you need a chemical binder, because now you got something that's acid, and to bind things together, it has to be a starch. Starch is the chemical that binds two things together, two unnatural things together. And starch on the human body is just not good. But bigger than that, the real enemy here is acid. Acid. And almost 95% of our diet consists of acid-forming foods, which were made in laboratories, which were,
Give us some examples of acid-forming foods.
Broccoli, carrots, beets, rice, beans, chicken, fish, meats.
And
what
types of effects does it have on the body?
Well, remember, what's the science behind acid? Acid burns.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that's acidic will burn, and it burns so hot that in terms of your lymphatic system, all your cells become melted into one. Because remember, just like you have to go to the bathroom, your cells have to go to the bathroom also. And the cells, you have probably 1.5 trillion cells in the body. when the lymphatic system is not working properly, which is your sewage system, which is the most important system in the body, the cells begin to poop on top of one another.
Mm.
The cells now we're talking about. And now those cells fuse themselves together and they become hard as rocks. And now your lymphatic system and your lymph nodes and all that stuff is not working properly. So you can't filter anything out of the body. So you can't get rid of the sewage. And that's where you run into your problems. Aside from that, acid begins to form. Acid is a problem. Now, a lot of people think that mucus is a problem. No, mucus, you need mucus. Mucus is your friend. But mucus, I said this in another video, mucus keeps acid in check. But when acid becomes too out of control for mucus, mucus has to call for backup. Hey, man, there's too much going on here. I can't control this. Acid is just getting crazy. I need reinforcements. Now you have an overproduction of mucus in the body. And that's definitely not good for the physical body as well.
Right.
So if you don't know these things, we're living in this world where you're playing a game and you don't even know the fucking rules. This health, nutrition, wellness, proper thinking, we don't even have a clue as to how to be healthy, because all of these things trigger how we live our lives. The things that we put in our mouth, it is true, what we are, what we eat. So if we're putting acid-forming foods in our mouth and in our body because we don't know better and we were taught that way, you think your motherfucking actions are not going to be acidic? You think your interactions and relationships are not going to be acidic? In fact, I remember Dr. Sebi was telling me where he wanted to kill his wife, one of his wives. Every day he plotted on how to kill his wife. That wasn't because his heart was terrible. Hello, welcome to Healing Nature. I'm doing a live podcast, so just do your thing, and if you need me, I'm right here. But not because he wanted to kill his wife, but he was too acidic. And those chemical signals those toxins give signals to the brain. I want to kill my motherfucking wife every day.
So with that being said, I know that on the podcast, I've heard certain people say that they don't feel motivated, they suffer with depression. Is there anything that you would recommend that they could do from a natural standpoint to help them?
Absolutely. I'm going to say, let's clean out your lymphatic system, which includes your digestive system. And we have herbs to do so. Let's do that. Let's clean out your colon. In fact, we've had people come in here that were borderline psychotic, and they were saying they was labeled schizophrenic, clinically schizophrenic or clinically depressed. No, you're fucking not. Clean out your goddamn colon, and they're like, hey, I'm back to normal. I was never depressed. This is just a label that they gave me so that they can keep the drugs flowing with Big Pharma. You know what I'm saying? Through the insurance scams. You know what I mean? And clean out your colon. Clean out your lymphatic system. Start to refine yourself and refine your being with alkaline foods. Listen, it doesn't happen overnight, but let's begin to introduce alkalinity into the body.
Got you. And what's your website?
It's real easy. It's the Healing Nature Store, thehealingnaturesstore.com. Or you could follow us on IG at Healing Nature _ Port Jefferson. But you want a direct link to the site, it's at thehealingnaturesstore.com. Any questions, you can call me up, 347-24. I know people don't do this nowadays. 347-2499. That's some old school shit, right?
It's okay.
I'm 55. You know what I'm saying? 347-249-9441. You'll get me directly, and we could put you where you need to be. But it's going to be straight talk. It's not going to be flim flam, blowing smoke up your ass. It's going to be what you need to do in order to make it to the next level.
And you shipped all throughout the United States, right?
We ship to Zimbabwe, Africa. I ship to Russia. I ship to China. I don't give a shit. If you're buying, I'm shipping.
Got you. Listen, brother, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to come and chop it up with me. And we got to do this again.
Cool, man. And you know what? I appreciate you for doing what you do in the podcast world and on Instagram. But I think the people need to know this. Sometimes magic happens and it's not planned. It's not rehearsed. You only catch lightning in a bottle once. You called me up 10 minutes before the interview and said, hey, listen, got 20 minutes? Let's do an interview. I said, fuck it, let's do it. Let's make it happen.
That's what's up. I appreciate you, brother.
You got it, brother.
All right,
Respect.
take care.
Long live Tommy Danger, goddammit. Hold on. We got a customer in here. Let's interview her real quick. We got time. Hey, what's your name, young lady? Say something to the camera. It's a live podcast.
Oh, it's a live
Hi.
podcast. How y'all doing?
All right, this is Tommy Danger with Motivation and Confidence, where we give people tips on how they can do their daily best.
Okay, yeah. So this is a place to do your best, heal
No
yourself
problem.
from inside out, definitely. Mhm.
What's your go-to item once you come to the store?
I mean, there's really no go-to. I'm in here looking at everything. I was about to ask them what's the difference between a few herbs, but Irish sea moss, that's definitely something that I started with when I started coming here.
Gotcha. All right, sounds good. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
You're
Tommy
welcome.
Danger. Love you, brother. Talk to you
Talk to you,
soon.
bro. Love you too. All right, later.
Yep. Easy.
Peace.